Hi guys, welcome to Friday with me again. I officially made a pink drink. Yeah, it's a combination of Ribena, water, and ice. Slaps, I love it. Let's go. For today, we're going to talk about how I made my boss cry hot tears. Yeah. So let's start from the beginning. So now, the year is 2021. A young, fresh babe from uni. Well, I finished in 2020, but 2020 doesn't count because, COVID. I was doing my tailoring and sewing, and, I already had like a lot of clients. I was okay. But me being who I am, I was like, Mimi, let's start a 9 to 5. I started applying to jobs. Well, not really, to be honest. I just told people I'm looking for work, and then almost immediately, one of my friends, Demilade, I blame Demilade for this, by the way. Demilade told me about some job opening he knew about through someone, and I was like, get me lit. Let's do it. That's how I applied. Biggest mistake of my life. I applied, and then almost immediately they were like, I should come for an interview. I went. For an interview. Then I was staying at Alagbado. I went to Ikoyi for the interview. I traveled down to Ikoyi, looked pretty, did my thing, turned on my charm. She loved me. The position was for an assistant. Yes. So I got there. I met the person I was taking over from, and I met the boss. It was a fashion house. She told me about how the operations went and blah blah blah, and the things I would be doing. And then she told me the pay. I didn't even negotiate. I was a soft babe. I didn't need the money. But like at the time, I just wanted the experience, to be honest. I didn't really negotiate. I just accepted the money, like, okay, I'll take it. Because you're begging, I'll take it. Then the person I was supposed to take over from, she showed me around, told me a bunch of stuff. She didn't tell me enough, to be honest, because I paid for it. I was so excited. I started the job. Assistant, fashion, wearing fashion. I'm meeting stylists. I'm working with select. Oh, I worked with Thames. Yeah, just putting that out there. I worked with Thames. I worked with a bunch of most of those BB Niger people. I don't really care for them, but Thames. I worked with Thames. I was in the same room with Thames a lot of times. Okay, everything was going well and fine. She was being nice. Everything just started to change. She just started to show herself. Any small thing, this babe go just they cry. That's how I started hearing stories from my fellow co-workers about how she crazy. She be crying and shit. She would tell you, Mimi, make this drink pink. And then you make it pink, right? Right? And then maybe one of our friends will come and be like, why did you make this drink pink? You should have gone with the blue. Then she'll be like, Mimi, I told you to make it blue. Why did you make it pink? What have I gotten myself into? What have I gotten myself? That was my question almost every day. She used to insult me. She used to insult me. And I would just be there because I didn't understand. That was my first proper 9 to 5. I did not know how it was supposed to be. I didn't know if this was toxic or not. I just knew that it felt wrong, but I knew that I also had to stay professional. So I always wanted to stay professional and not talk back or say anything because well, you know me, I don't take insults. I will give you times 50 of your insults, and I'll cut deep. That's how one day. Let me even start from beginning. That's how one day. So we had clothes at the back, clothes that failed the design process, clothes that wouldn't make it to the rack. We had them in the back, and it was a mess, and there was no space. So I texted her one day, and I'm like, baby girl, this clothes at the back, should Pedro was the bidder, should the bidder and I take those clothes just to clear our space? And she was like, oh sure, do it. Right? I have evidence in text, right? Wrong. Pedro and I, we did our thing. I told Pedro, I was like, oh my god, yeah, let's get these clothes. We went to the back and packed clothes, left some, cleared out all the space. We were even happy, we divided it. Even the tailors, they were like, oh my god, let me take some for my wife. There were 2 tailors, they took for their wives. We all shared it equally. Only for me to wear one of these pieces that failed, by the way. only for me to wear one of them and look so pretty in it and finesse it, and then make a video and post it on Instagram. I blame myself. I'm the one that went to go and follow her back when she followed me on Instagram, because I'm not the one that followed her, she followed me, probably to monitor me. Anyway, posted it on Instagram after a night out, only for me to get a call like some days later by like 11 p.m. Mimi, blah, 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 blah. You know you can be arrested for what you just did, right? You know that's stealing, right? Why would you do that? You've just successfully ruined my night. First of all, I'm like, what are we talking about? She now sent me screenshots of my Instagram post. Where did you get this? Where did you get? And I'm like, not with the clothes where they're in the back. It's the clothes from the back now. You said we could take it. I was like, no, I didn't give you permission to do that. That's stealing. That's stealing. You just successfully ruined my month. I remember she said this, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, your whole month, calm down now. You just successfully ruined my month now. And then she started crying. And then she hung up. At the time, I was not feeling bad. I was not questioning myself that, I bet I stole this thing. Did I steal these clothes? Then I went to check the conversation. It was there now. I asked her and she said we could take it. So I'm like, Anyway, so that's how the next day I went to work anxious as fuck because I don't know what to expect. And then she came and she was like, okay, I want to have a meeting with you guys. So she calls me and we be that. And then we go and then we have a meeting. And then she goes, because of what she did, I'm going to remove from your salary. And I was like, that's fine. Okay, no problem. So I was like, okay, well, okay, but like the rest of these people, it's not their fault. So like I think it would be unfair to deduct from their salary as well. And she was like, oh no, I'm not going to take from their salary. So I called this meeting with all of us. So it wouldn't feel like I was picking on you. And I was like, really? Thank you very much. Thank you for the consideration. Whenever I'm on the phone with someone, I deep in my voice because of this babe. Because every time I was talking to her on the phone, she would go, don't come and be using your tiny voice for me. Don't come and be using your baby voice for me. Talk to me normally. What do you want me to do? This is my voice. There was this particular time that the store was flooded. Natural disaster, right? It's not Mimi's fault, right? Right. Mimi took her time, took the initiative to start, packing the water, cleaning the store, cleaning everything, spreading the dry clothes, right? Along with the builder, by the way, both of us were doing it. We were spreading everything, and then she called me to come upstairs. I went upstairs, and then she's like, bring all the fabric that are dry, bring them, let me see. I brought them. Doesn't me bringing them up imply that the ones I didn't bring up are wet? Apparently it doesn't, because she came downstairs later, saw that they were wet, and went off. Started screaming about how, wow, don't you know this costs a lot of money? I feel like you don't respect me because I'm just 1 year older than you. Blah, 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 blah. And then she said one thing that stuck with me. She said, you need to stop this dumb blonde act because I'm not a man that is trying to sleep with you. And I was like, yeah! She started asking me questions like, what do you actually want to do with your life? And I'm like, huh? After insulting me, finishing my life with insult, she went to go and be crying, went back upstairs. No problem, it's okay, it's fine, it's cool, right? Another time again, see, it's plenty. Another time, she had the tailors work overtime, and she told them that they should let me know how much they want her to pay for the overtime, right? And those ones too, innocently, they texted me, this is the amount we want to get paid for the overtime, right? Keep in mind that by this time she owed us salaries. She hadn't paid us, and it was almost into the middle of the next month. They sent it to me, I sent it to her. Tell me why all of a sudden she sends her husband to me. That husband that I thought he had sense, foolish man, came to me talking about, but why would you do such a thing? Why would you do something so silly? You know that we don't have a lot of money in the account, so why are you sending this to this babe by this time? And I'm like, what? I had this job for 7 months, and in the whole of that 7 months I was confused because the whole time I kept thinking, is this normal? Am I supposed to be spoken to this way? Am I supposed to feel anxious all the time? Anyway, he added his own insult, and I'm like, you too? I used to respect you. I actually really did used to respect him. But since that day, everything just left my body. I was already plotting by this time how to leave. I was already applying for jobs because I was done. Anyway, that one too went. She went to be crying that, oh, I'm not considerate. Moving on to the next part. There was this one time, there were these pieces that she wanted me to give to someone. And I told her, those pieces, we don't have them. They are with Thames Stylist. I gave them to Thames Stylist and she has not returned it. And they are not in the country, right? She said no, that she saw those pieces at the back. She touched them, felt them, and thought, I'm going to take this to London. Do you see how much of a dirty liar she was? Meanwhile, it was with Thames Stylist. And I told her, this thing is with Thames Stylist. It's not here. She said, no, I have to find it. I have to fish it out. That I've lost her pieces or I've stolen her pieces. She was saying all of this on the phone to me, by the way. That's how, as she was on the phone, she started crying. And I heard her talking to her mom. Mom, I can't work with this person anymore. I can't work with this person. I can't work with this person. And the mom was like, don't worry, we'll find something to do about it. And I was like, what do people want to do to me? Because these people are very influential. They used to arrest people anyhow. They still arrested one of the tailors, got police to come and fire him. But as at then, I was already like, almost the final stage of getting like another job. So I had hope that, okay, I'll leave this place soon. I was so hopeful. Only for Thames Stylist to now come back and give me the pieces. And I was like, Thames Stylist came back and returned the pieces. Oh. And she said, okay. No acknowledgement of all the drama she did. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I must have made a mistake. Nothing like that. I thought like dirty lying. Oh, she deducted from my salary for those clothes. She deducted from it. It's when she deducted that I officially started to look for another job, by the way. So by the time I got my job, we had finalized it. I said I was resume on this day. The salary was higher. They were nicer. And I sent her a mail one fateful day that I was like, yes, I'm ready now. I sent her a mail, resignation letter. Oh, when I sent her the mail, I was not like, please check your mail. I left you a message. She now called me and then she was like, did something happen? Is there anything wrong? Did I do anything wrong? And I said, no, I didn't do anything wrong. It's just time. She now switched. She was now like, okay, fine. I hope you don't plan on doing anything silly, by the way. And I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, yeah, with the work phone, I hope you don't intend to do anything silly. I kept quiet and kept moving. Okay, oh yeah, pay me my money for the time I was there. Okay, she'll send it on so day. So they came. She sent me one foolish, ridiculous amount. And I'm like, baby, this amount she sent isn't for me. And then she was like, if I to calculate it pro rata. And I was like, okay, I'll break it down for you. I broke it down for her. And then she was like, well, there's really no need to go back and forth. Because that's the amount I'm going to give you. That's why I just started saying everything that was on my mind. I typed it from beginning to end. I didn't say everything. I didn't say up to half because I didn't want to do so much. I just typed a bunch of stuff. Actually, my friend even helped me type it in a professional way because the way I wanted to say it. My friend Moshope helped me type everything in a professional way. She had told her about how she's a terrible person. And then I was like, you clearly need that money more than me so you can keep it. And then I blocked her while she was typing. That's how I left. It was a terrible babe, but after every terrible thing she did, she would start to cry. This babe made me an anxious mess. And then she would start crying. Like, are you insane? Are you actually insane? Anyway, I've moved on to greater things. Thank God for life. I hope you enjoyed this video. Come back next week, same time. Well, not same time, but like same place. And I'll tell you more, or I'll show you more. Anyone you want. We'll see. Bye.